WWE Champion Dominic Mysterio breaks silence after devastating TripleMania for his third loss. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Dominic Mysterio has broken his silence after failing to win the AAA Mega Championship in the main event of TripleMania XXXIII on Saturday in Mexico City. Mysterio almost won, but AJ Styles interfered in his match to help El Hijo de Vikingo retain his title in a four-way match. At TripleMania XXXIII inside the arena CDMX, the main event was a four-way bout for the AAA Mega Championship involving Mysterio, Vikingo, El Grande Americano, and Dragon Lee. Dirty Dom had the match won, but the Phenomenal One showed up to screw his rival out of the title opportunity. Styles hit the Styles Clash on Dominic, allowing Vikingo to hit the 630 senton for the victory. The Mexico City crowd didn't like the result, as they booed the defending champion relentlessly to end the show. In an Instagram post after the event, Dominic Mysterio shared several photos and reels from the match. Mysterio wasn't happy with the result, calling it a highway robbery before the match. Dominic Mysterio was the favorite to win the AAA Mega Championship. There were reports that the company was torn between him and El Grande Americano, but they finally went with El Hijo del Vikingo retaining the title. Dominic Mysterio on possibly turning babyface. At WrestleMania 41, Dominic Mysterio received a babyface reaction after winning the Intercontinental Championship. Mysterio spoke about the possibility of turning a face in an interview with Graham Matthews of Bleacher Report. "I react to what's being given to me. As of now, they've been booing me, but every now and then they'll chant that Dirty Dom song and that Dirty Dom song for one way or another. It gets a crack out of me and I tend to break and smile because it's funny hearing everybody singing it together because I've been getting booed for years. I don't know if I'll ever embrace it because I haven't changed anything about myself. I've just been Dirty Dom all the way, so the fact that the people still love it, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see," Dominic said. Backstage news on Liv Morgan's return date. Backstage news on Liv Morgan's return date, WWE fans eager to see Liv Morgan back in action may have to wait a while longer. The former Women's World Champion has been out of competition since suffering a dislocated shoulder in June, an injury that abruptly halted her momentum alongside Raquel Rodriguez in the tag division. While Raquel has occasionally dropped hints about Liv's comeback, those teases appear to be premature. Reports that Morgan underwent a medical checkup this week to assess her progress, sparking speculation that she might appear backstage at Raw. That didn't happen, and sources inside WWE suggest that her return isn't expected until the opening months of 2026. Before the setback, Liv was building toward a major storyline involving the Judgment Day one that could have split the faction down the middle. By the time she's cleared, the WWE landscape could look very different, leaving plenty of uncertainty about how her creative direction will be reshaped once she's finally back on television. Fans reject Hulk Hogan eulogy from WWE Hall of Famer at Indie Show. What was intended as a heartfelt moment at an independent wrestling event quickly unraveled when fans reacted negatively to Tony Atlas's attempt to honor Hulk Hogan. The WWE Hall of Famer appeared at a Limitless Wrestling show in Lewiston, Maine, on August 9th, where he tried to deliver a tribute to the late wrestling icon. Instead of applause, however, the 71-year-old was met with loud boos that reportedly forced him to cut his tribute short. Here's what the Wrestling Observer reported. At the show, he tried to do a eulogy for Hulk Hogan and got booed to the point he just gave up. The scene stood in sharp contrast to comments Atlas had made just a day earlier. In an interview with the Portland Press Herald, he admitted that he had not been invited to Hogan's funeral and even suggested he was relieved about it. According to Atlas, attending would have felt insincere because it would have been for the money, not for him. Despite not being present at the service, Atlas noted that he and Hogan had remained in touch. He recounted a phone call they shared only a few months before Hogan's passing, as he remembered asking Hogan how he had managed to get his number. Hogan's response, Atlas said, was simple. He had always kept track of him. Update on WWE's Crown Jewel Championships. At the Crown Jewel 2024 PLE in Saudi Arabia, WWE introduced the Crown Jewel titles. Raw's Women's World Champion at the time, Liv Morgan, defeated SmackDown's WWE Women's Champion at the time, Nia Jax, to become the inaugural Women's Crown Jewel Champion. SmackDown's undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes defeated Raw's World Heavyweight Champion at the time, Gunther, to become the inaugural Men's Crown Jewel Champion. At the post-show press conference, WWE staged a special ceremony honoring Cody and Liv. Both were awarded custom crown jewel rings modeled after Super Bowl-style championship rings. Their newly won title belts were later placed on display at the WWE Experience attraction in Riyadh. According to Body Slam, the crown jewel titles will not be on the line at this year's Crown Jewel PLE because Crown Jewel 2025 will take place in Australia and not Saudi Arabia. Karrion Kross reacts to "We Want Kross" chants on SmackDown. While there were no "We Want Kross" chants on Raw, last night's SmackDown featured some "We Want Kross" chants, even though they weren't super loud. Karrion Kross appreciates the fan support and tweeted the following about it. Brian Knobbs at risk of losing his leg. Brian Knobbs, known to wrestling fans as one half of the legendary Nasty Boys, is now facing one of the most difficult battles of his life. In a deeply emotional update, the former WWF and WCW star revealed that a serious infection in his foot has returned and doctors are now discussing the possibility of amputation. Knobbs, who's endured a long list of health struggles over the years, was hospitalized earlier in 2025 with dangerously low blood levels. At the time, an emergency blood transfusion saved his life, but the road to recovery hasn't been easy or cheap. Now, Knobbs is turning to the wrestling community and fans for help. He's launched a GoFundMe campaign to cover mounting medical costs and support his path to long-term healing. The response has already been powerful, with more than $31,000 raised. The funds will also assist his wife, Toni, who recently suffered a severe ankle injury after falling in their hotel room. This heartbreaking update comes shortly after fellow WCW veteran Buff Bagwell had to undergo a leg amputation following years of health complications and more than 30 surgeries stemming from a 2020 car crash.